Right, seems to have stabilized a little bit. Yeah, just for those who wonder what I'm talking about, I started the stream and we were getting dropped frames all over the place, so I had to stop it. We've got a few, we've got 88 and it's stopped at that. So while that's happening, I'm just going to check that the other laptop has finished downloading so I can turn it off. That might help us a bit. Nine minutes left. Okay, that's all right. So the first thing I'm going to have to try, I don't want to try, but I'm going to have to try, is the YouTube chat. Because that way, if it's not going to work, then I can start again now. That's not. Okay. Right. Fingers crossed that we don't get lots and lots of Hello Jojos. Not that I don't mind lots of Hello Jojos, I just don't want lots of Hello Jojos on my chat box. And that looks cool at the moment. That's taken 8.5 hours to sort that problem out. I'm still not baffled as to actually how I sorted it out, but yeah. I cannot talk properly. Hello Joe. Right, let's have a look on Watch My What's It While We're Away on Facebook. There we go. Nobody watching on at the moment. So put the usual on that one. It's the Facebook one that does it now. That'd be really annoying if that was the case. So that looks as though we've had a lot more dropped frames, but I think that's just the way the internet's going to be tonight. As I say, let's just hope it's not a sign of things to come. That'll make a very long Sunday. So let's go. I'm just going to get the trainer up and hopefully working now. You'll have to communicate with me, Joe, as to how you want to go about things today. I can explain that we have a very, very, very short ride. And when I say short, I mean like minute, which is just basically making up the little difference between how many miles I'm going to be doing on the last day and what we have left. Because I've decided that I'm going to make Sunday all of a main ride rather than two different things, because I think that's nicer for Sunday, that it's the proper thing, the whole thing's the proper thing. So all miles of it, Joe knows how many I think, will be the main ride on Sunday, split into sections to make it easier for me and more enjoyable for everybody else, so there'll be breaks in between. So what am I doing? A, B, C, D. Let's just see. I'm going to see whether this works or not. I'm not sure whether this is what I'm going to do first, or whether I'm going to do video ride. That will depend on what Joe wants to do. This is the Joe show. Well, no, this is the Shades and Joe show. This is tonight. I don't think this is going to start up first time. I know you can't see it, but it's such an embarrassingly short show. But we're not just doing that. I've got a little cypress ride to do. Would you please, Joe? It seems safe at the moment, Lucy. It's only taken 8.5 hours to sort it out. That's got nothing to do with you. You didn't break it. It was broken well before you came on. It was broken right at the beginning. But it led to a nice comedy moment, of which there were many, at my expense. Yeah, I'm just yeah, it's been an interesting day. Okay. Right, I've got it up, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. So what I need to do I'm happy for the draw to be done. Oh, there's Joe's thing. I'm happy for the draw to be done at any point, up to you. I got my video part on my phone working, so it's ready to. Okay, well, let me get the trainer up and then we'll have a little chat. Oh. I can go as slow as I want on this because this is, let's say it's single figures for a start, and it's not many of them. And so what I think then, Joe, if it's okay with you, we'll do this little ride, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing this. So those that are on stream at the moment, I can explain. I've changed tack slightly. On Sunday, I was going to be doing a mile for every year that I've been alive. And I'm still doing that. But to make it up, what I'd done was took the last stage and then added one of the video stages to it. But I thought, being the last day, you kind of want that being all the main stage. So from the beginning of the day to the end. So what I've done is I've made a very long stage, split it into 4, so we get some nice breaks in between each one. So yes, it's going to be hard for me doing that many miles because I haven't done that on this trainer before. But that's a challenge. But I think it's better doing it that way, which meant that there's just a tiny little bit left because tomorrow is just going to be a video stage. So what it leaves is tonight, a couple of miles to do, and then I'm going to do a video stage. I found one of Cyprus. It's not quite where we stayed. It's further along the coast, but and that's fairly short. I've got a choice of two. I'll probably pick the shorter one because I don't want to be. Last night was just ridiculous. So you know, it's just a fill-in tonight. Tonight's a and the other thing about it is because I spent so long getting the problem sorted out, I only had my injection about an hour ago. Well, maybe it's 2 hours ago now. Actually, thinking about it. So yeah, not feeling great. So wish I had mentioned that now because I feel less great now I said it. So that's what I'm thinking, Joe. Is do this, which is going to take me 10-15 minutes at the most. I'll set it back to the beginning anyway. So welcome everybody to the stream. We are about to set off on a very, very small stage. We're then going to have a little break, and in between that break we're going to do a draw. And the draw is for a raffle that's been going on for a fairly hefty bunch of Avon stuff. I'll mention what it is in a bit, or Joe could put it on chat as to what is available. The other thing I need to ask Joe, because obviously, did we sell any more tickets? Because I didn't sell any online. Because I need to know the final numbers, because I may need to adjust the spinning wheels. So yeah, let me know all that. You can ring me if it's easy to ring me. I don't mind speaking to you on the phone. So without further ado, I am going to put the trainer back to 0, and we'll do this little tiny stage, and then Joe will hopefully let me know what I need to do. Naught to 49, absolutely perfect. How'd you raise £53 out of 50? Well, I'm not going to ask. Well done. Good business, woman. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do then. Yeah, and we can't really sell. Well, we could sell a few in between, but ideally we would have to sell another 10 for it to work out properly, as you'll see by the way that it's drawn. And I keep saying I'm going to set this back, and I haven't done yet. Right, let's do this. Let's. I can't talk today for some reason. I don't. I do have toxin, a very strong toxin running through my brains, veins at the moment, and it does sometimes. This does sometimes go like this. My brain doesn't work properly at all, even. I'm hoping it has started. Cool. Yeah. So this is cycle ride stage 45 on chemo. Flat Coke stops you being sick. I'm up there. That's very kind of them. That's the spirit of charity, that, isn't it? I want the lot if I win. I'm gonna wear it all on Sunday night, lipstick and all. Right. So this is Bodmin to Bodmin. So we're one side of Bodmin. Oh no, it's fine. It's a short stage anyway. I'm only doing like a 17 or something like that. I've got another cypress stage for tomorrow possibly. That's 20. So today and tomorrow, I'm doing very little miles. I don't want to not do much because that's kind of even worse. I know I can see where you're coming from with it, but this is literally 2 point something miles long, this stage. So very shortly, the finish line will come into view. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm gonna do the shorter of the two stages. You're not far off. I can't remember what it is now. Maybe a fraction longer than that. I haven't got it on there. It hasn't come up on my phone for some reason yet. Hi Anita and Ed. I don't know if you heard what I'm kind of planning on doing. We've got Joe's draw to do for the Avon raffle. I've got a very short stage. Let me know if you heard me explain it. If not, I won't explain it again. But basically, today I'm doing a very short stage of just over 2 miles, which is why Joe's guess is 2.5. You can all have a guess if you want. And then I'm going to do a short video stage of Cyprus, or somewhere in Cyprus, because I've only just really had my injections. I'm not feeling great, but I don't want my legs seizing up either, so I'm just going to do a bit for just a bit of fun. Because what I've now done is I've made the Sunday just the main ride, so it is miles of the main ride, split into 4 sections, so I can have three breaks in between. Because obviously we're going to do it kind of throughout the day, so that we can do the last section just at the right time, that everybody can come along and watch it and that kind of stuff, you know. So, and hopefully it'll be a cool day, and hopefully the internet will be good. It's not been very good at the moment. No worries. Cool. Do you think that sounds a good idea? For the Sunday, I kind of I was thinking about like doing part of the video stage and part of that, but I think the Sunday should be all about the main ride. So, and it works out nicely. So, you know, split it into like sort of 4 sections. They're all slightly different lengths, but you know, roughly the same. And you know, obviously they're all going to be round about the sort of 11 to 16 miles long, which is nice time to have like a proper break between each one, so I can walk away from the bike and I'll set it back up again. So start in the morning. We'll try and I'll work out by tomorrow sort of roughly when I'm hoping to do each stage. So it'll probably be 2 stages in the afternoon with a little gap in between those and a bigger gap, and then we'll start the next 2 stages in the evening. And then we kind of we'll finish it, hopefully finishing a lot earlier than, well, I'll say early, it won't be earlier than we normally obviously on the weekends we start at 2, so we finish early anyway, but you know, hopefully finishing around the uh, around the 6 o'clock-ish, something like that. Oh, it's a landmark moment for Ed then. Linda's gone off shopping. Yeah, I think the staging play wasn't. Well, as you can see, it looks a bit different actually. Yeah, that's why the nice thing I think about doing the 4 stages is it's kind of easier to plan, because even if it slightly goes wrong because they're short stages, you know, roughly when it's going to finish. But I think my thoughts are obviously do 2 starting late morning, and then there'll be a break in between, and then we'll plan the last 2 to finish round about 6:30, something like that. It gives us time to then, because we've got things to do in the evening. So. I can imagine. Me too, yeah. And it's not as well, Nita, I guess it's not like a normal thing as well, because unlike normally where he would have gone from working to not working, he's kind of gone from not working to sort of not working kind of thing, hasn't he? So um, the sinking in process, because there's not a physical bonk, that's it kind of thing. So it's harder, I guess, to sort of take it all in. Got a very bright sunshine streak across my front. I might have to get. I'm going to have to get the piece of. I think when I have a break, I've got a piece of tarpaulin stuff that goes up on that window. I wanted to ride outside it, and I could have done looking at the weather, but the amount of time that it took to sort all of the problems out today, and everything else, it would have just meant another hour worth. There's nothing in here, the cameras and the computers and things. I took all the boxes and the guards and rain guards and stuff off it, and I didn't want to. It was already later than I wanted it to be, so I thought I'm not going to be doing a lot of riding, so it's just easier setting this up in here, and hopefully if the weather's nice I can get it outside for tomorrow. you think any of them will think about maybe having a little leave and do for him after all this is over? She's doing just sort of food shopping. I think she's gone off to Aldi because she was talking about getting my cholesterol drinks and things like that. So. Yeah, I'm sure some of them will though. I'm sure that he's got some good mates there. So. Definitely have to keep the head up or become some like sort of superhero light man. Invisible man. That's really bright coming in. You imagine that's what's in my eyes basically. So I'll sort that out before I do the little bit of Cyprus. I'm quite looking forward to doing that actually. It should be, it won't be the exact bits that we've seen, but I think it'll be the same kind of countryside that we recognise. Anybody who doesn't know, that's where Sean and Joe got married. So we're on the right side of the coast, we're just a little bit further along. Just a little bit further east, I think. We were just on the east side of Paphos. Or Paphos. Oh look, there's the finishing line. I can't. It's been a struggle, but we've got there. Hardly started. But it's a means to an end, this bit. It's done what it needs to do. Down to Hooper's Oak. I think it might actually be like a self-catering. Oh, and Matt and Lucy came on, and I haven't heard any more from them. I also, I can turn this off now. Let's get out of. Oh wow! Oh, that's amazing. How am I going to do this? I said about the painting that Teresa's going to auction. Wow. And she said she would do she's going to do a big version for the auction. So like, she said like large TV, big TV size. And I showed her the picture of God's Hill, because obviously we did the Isle of Wight ride, which is quite cool, and there we finished this stage. I'll show you it after we've done the the draw. So what she said, because she said it's going to take a couple of weeks to do, so I said, well, hopefully I'll do like a stream every once a week or something. So, and she didn't realise that we were finishing this Sunday. So she said she would do a small, because normally she does a big picture, she does a small version, like A3 size, and she uses that to get the colours right. So the idea was to reduce that, because obviously Isle of Wight and God's Hill have significance, and Linda and I as well anyway, with the because that's where we went straight after we got married for a couple of weeks. And it's also significant as an artist who works and lives there. So I got this cross from, and she's also a favourite artist of mine. But I'm going to try and get this picture onto the computer so I can show you on the stream. But before we do that, we need to do the draw. And I'm not 100% set up for this yet. I need to get this up, stream that. It's very complicated, because basically you set the spinner off from a different website than the thing's on. So bear with me, just looking at the computer. Right, log in. There we go. All widgets. Spin wheel should already be set up. It is. Get that down to that size. I can't get it any smaller than that. No, but that's okay. You guys need to see the wheel. That's no good on that side. I needed that side. That's better. That's much better. Cool. So we have how many? We have tickets from. That's cool, Joe. We have. Well, Joe has done an Avon. She had a load of Avon stuff, and she's auctioned it off on Facebook. She's made. I'll have to scroll back now and see. £53. Sold 50 tickets for £1 each and made £53. Somebody put a little bit extra in. So that's absolutely brilliant. And money's going towards this. So I'll bring the page up. Here we go. I hope, yes, you can still hear me. You can still see the chat. So how this works, we've got two spinning wheels. So the first one will decide what group of numbers. So either 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and 40 to 49. That's right, isn't it? He says, just double checking again. Yes. So what I'm going to do is do this spin. I'm hoping this is going to work out brilliantly. I'm obviously doing the X factor bit here and trying to sort of make it last a long time. The spin goes on for ages anyway, so that will bring the tension up. So here we go. The first spin. This will decide what set of numbers. We'll then spin for what number of that set it is. Here we go. It's slowing, what's it gonna be? So it's gonna be between 30 and 39. So in the 30s. So it's gonna be 3. Something like that. So you'll now have to wait a few seconds because I've now got to reset the wheel. I'd say talk among yourselves, but that's very rude, so I should carry on talking as well. Oh, sorry, got a frog in my throat. So we now need numbers, which I'm bringing up now. 0 to 9, obviously. And this takes a little bit of time. We have 0, 1, 2, 3. You'll see it will change in a minute. 4, 5. Don't want to miss anybody out, do we? Yeah, 5, 6. Nearly there. 7, 8. And last but not least, 9. So this wheel, any second now, well, it'll actually disappear for a few seconds. I'm just going to check the numbers are all there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so if I go to the bottom and press Save Settings, there we go, the wheel disappears and comes back. So we now have 0 to 9, so it's going to be one of those numbers. 0 will obviously be 30. If it lands on 6, it'll be 36, and so on and so on and so on. Okay? So are we ready? All those people that got numbers in the 30s will be very excited at this point. And we spin. And we wait. I don't think it's me. I don't think I had any numbers in the 30s. So I'm very disappointed that I will not be wearing lipstick on Sunday. So it's basically what that little man lands on. He's running around at the moment, running like crazy, and he will stop, slowing down now. What's he going to stop on? Oh, it's 4. It is number 4. So, just in case anybody doesn't know exactly what that means. It means the winning number is 34. Congratulations. And if Joe can quickly tell me who that person is, I will announce it live on YouTube, Facebook, YouTube. I like my little man, my little running man. He's the man who comes up when you like my stream. And if anybody's watching this on Joe's and wants to come and watch, we're now going to do a little special stage, which is a video stage cycling, where I'm going to be cycling in Cyprus, and you'll see a bit of Cyprus scenery as we go past. So you'll see me like I am, and you will see the scenery going past, because it's like filmed like somebody riding a bike, basically, for those who don't know. So while Joe's doing that, I'm going to put my ladder up very quickly. I'm going to move that out of the way. It is Debbie Armstrong is the winner. Well done, Debbie Armstrong. No, Raymond Armstrong. It's Debbie or Raymond Armstrong. I think they'll be very different people. You never know these days, do you? Raymond Armstrong, formerly known as Debbie. Which one is it, Joe? Oh, it's a her. Oh, husband. I tagged her husband to the stream. Oh, cool, yeah. Right, okay. So well done, Debbie. And I'm sure Raymond will try a few things out as well, if he wants to. You know, it's a free world. I hope you enjoy the stuff. I'm very jealous. I wanted to win it myself. I'm gutted now. So I'm hoping that I can put that across there. So, yeah. I'll go back to the main screeny. You just bear with me a few seconds. This is not a good idea. Getting up on a ladder with cycling shoes on. This is where accidents happen, and Linda's not here. Somebody ring her. If you're a big crash, right? And I don't come back behind in front of the camera, then Uzbekistan. Ah, okay. I think we might have lost the sensors, but we're starting another one, so it doesn't really matter. Let's put this back in place. That went off quickly, if it was. It's usually the cadence goes off first. Let's get back on the bike and just see if the... Oh no, because, yeah, okay, I see. Da-da-da. We may not have lost it. I won't know if I've lost it yet, will I? So 2.8. I need to write that down just to make sure. Joe, you may not have won your own raffle, but you did win the mileage game. No problem at all, Joe. I'm just going to start this this trainer game. Okay. So very difficult to tell. See, I've got this isn't what we're doing. I'm just doing this to see if I've still got all the power sensors coming up. Oh, I have. That's cool. Right. Hopefully that bodes well. As we're now going to do, before we do, I'm just going to, what can I put you on? I'm going to put the screen on Be Back Soon, just in case people want to do a guess of the mileage, because the next screen I go on will show the mileage. So I'm just going to do that for a few seconds, and then hopefully I'll be saying, whoopee, it's all worked. So I'll see you in a second. I think no, you won't be able to hear me talking, but carry on chatting amongst yourselves. Okay. Right, I'm just going to upload the video to my Facebook, then I'll be back. That's cool, thank you. Right. Oh, damn, sorry. I just realised what I've done then. Uh, so, I now know it's working, so I'm just going to put you on the be back soon literally for a couple of seconds, and then I'll start it and we'll start from the beginning. So it takes just 2 or 3 seconds to bring it back up. So see you in a sec. Okay, so we're leaving from this. Is it a petrol station or is it a? I think it might be a hotel. Thank you very much for that, Joe. I also need to make a change. Oh, I need to do that, don't I, as well? Oh, how am I going to do that? I can do that while I'm cycling. Right. You carry on watching the scenery. And I'm just going to try and upload. That's definitely not what I know what I want. You know what you want when you know what you want. I need to receive file. Okay, share. Bluetooth. Small MSI. There we go. Getting very good at used to be rubbish at multitasking on a computer. I had to learn very quickly on how to. My phone keeps asking what I'm doing. Yeah, I think the answer is I haven't got a clue. Image 13071. Right. Oh, are we going for a checkpoint? Right, we'll get going a bit on this, and then I'm going to show you. I'll talk about it first of all, because now I can relax into it. Thumbs up from the man, wasn't it? I missed that bit. And we're away. Recognise those pots, Joe? Those are all over the island, aren't they? Ooh, crikey. A bit dodgy there. So, 55 in total. I've now rounded it up. Thank you again. That was very generous of you, Joe. So, as you know, so I keep saying so. Shut up saying so, Richard, and just get on with what you're talking about. Teresa is Nick, as you've seen Nick on Ed's mate on the stream. So Teresa is Nick's wife. She's a Salvation Army chaplain. She is an absolutely wonderful, lovely lady. And she does a bit of painting. So she said that she would do a painting that we could auction on the stream to raise some more money, which is very kind of her. I said I have no idea how much it will make. She says that's absolutely fine. But obviously it's not going to be ready. She didn't realise that the stream was finishing on Sunday. It's going to take her a couple of weeks to do it. She told me, well, we talked about it before, but this was a discussion we had a couple of days ago. So she sort of said, well, she normally does a small painting. She's going to do a big one because this is going to be large TV size. So she normally does a small one, about an A3 size. I'm trying to think what A3 size is now. Just to get the colours and things right. So she said she'll do that, which she's done, and then I can show that, and that will give people an idea. So maybe in a couple of weeks' time we'll do a stream, 2 or 3 weeks' time, do a stream, and we can have an auction then. We can maybe involve Joe's Facebook friends. She seems to have lots of good ones there. So she asked me to send some pictures, so that's something that's got relevance to the stream and the ride and things like that. I couldn't think of anything in particular. I mean, we've showed lots and lots of nice pictures of the scenery, so I said that's kind of the thing, and you know, people like Yasmin and that lot love that kind of stuff. So it needed to be that, but it needed to be connection to me as well and that kind of thing. So we did the stream, the Isle of Wight one. Which is obviously that had a lot of significance as well, because number one, it's one of the ones we did outside in the front, so that was nice. But it's also where Linda and I went straight after our wedding as not our honeymoon, but a little break away. It also has significance that there's a lady there, Nicola Gibbs, who is another artist friend of mine, and the cross that I've had for years and years and years I bought off her shop, or well, studios, or whatever you want to call it, and that's special to me, and I love her artwork as well. And she lives in God's Hill, which is one of my favourite little places in the world. It's got such a lovely atmosphere. Isle of Wight itself is a lovely place to go and visit, but God's Hill kind of sums it all up to me. And there's a scene on God's Hill. If you Google God's Hill, you'll see quite a few images of it, which is a little road going up and thatched cottages, and then the church on God's Hill, on top of the hill behind it. So what I'm going to try and do while I'm riding along is I'm going to get a picture. So I gave her a picture, so a couple of pictures of that. One off Google, which is a really nice one, and one that I took of Linda in the same picture, just to show that, you know, that was one of the things where, you know, I remember taking a picture of Linda on exactly the same scene. I showed a picture of my cross, gave her a few pictures of the bike and what have you, because she said she could incorporate the bike in it to make it, you know, part of that as well. So the bike has virtually been there, and now it's paintingly been there. So that's all the blurb about it. So if you bear with me and you just carry on watching the scenery go by, this beautiful Cypriot scenery, which has significance as well. This is where Joe and Sean got married. I am part Greek Cypriot, so that's significant as well. Don't know anything about the place. Obviously, I hadn't been there. I was adopted, so it's a complicated story. So, so yeah, you carry on watching that. I'm going to get two pictures up. I'm going to get hopefully one of the ones of that scene on God's Hill, and at the same time get Teresa's painting up. I think you need to see both of them because to me this looks pretty amazing. And I'll just try and put them on one of our little slideshow things, okay? So, I'm hoping this will work. It may or may not. Just got to find I'll find an empty. Yeah, so actually you won't be able to watch it because I've got to do this, haven't I? You're going to lose the pictures. So, right, this will just take a few seconds. Nobody's busy at the moment, are they? Right, add image files. So I'm going to add, let's see if I can find, oh, B&B. I was looking for, couldn't find it. Either way. Right, let's see if I can find this picture. I haven't got exact, oh that's it, that'll do. Right, there's the scene, okay, or one of them, you'll see many of these. That one doesn't have, there's one that I picked that had some really nice clouds in the sky. For some reason they've whited out the sky on that. And then I will add to that, hopefully, if I can go onto desktop, I think it's on there, desktop. No, it's not. Okay. It's not going to quite work as I wanted it to. I'm sure. I'm struggling to find it. I'm going to have to re-download it, only because I thought I saw where it got downloaded, and I can't find it. So that's the first one. Bear with me, and I'll download this one. C file. Okay. Share. Bluetooth. I need to watch where this goes this time. See users, owner, desktop, documents. One 001. Let's look for that. Right, let's try again. Island. Image file. Lucy always says about how smoothly I managed to sort of make all this look. Obviously not tonight. Document. Ah. There we go. That is first stage painting. So that's a small version of it. As far as I know, that's what she sent to me tonight. She didn't send anything saying anything about it, but so that's what I am assuming that is. So what we will see in the near future will be a giant version of that. So she's used that one just to kind of get the colours right and everything. I like it. And then we'll have to find some way of auctioning it. I've got a feeling I could be putting some bids in myself. Right. So I've got that there if you want to look at it again anyway. So I will now go back to the video ride and we're away again. And I just noticed we don't have... Oh, chat is working on it. It does, looks cool, doesn't it? I was genuinely shocked when I saw it. Hang on, why she sent me that picture back with a... She photoshopped a bike on it. Then I looked closer up, obviously, because that was just... When you see it the size on the on a phone size, it does look real. As it's bigger, you see that it's painting, which obviously I would want. I want a painting to look like a painting. The chat's very small, isn't it? I can't really make it any bigger. It's okay, isn't it? I'm very dubious about adjusting chatting anyway. I can, possibly. Let's see if this works. This could be a big risk. And just try and make the font a little bit bigger. I can't can't move that. Need to make that bigger. There, it just made the font slightly larger in the box. It's weird that it's. I know why it is actually. There's a box that's ticked that basically says when it's hidden, it reboots its source, and that's why at the moment, when I go onto another page, the chat resets. But then that's better than I can change that, but I'm not going to change it now. Because we're going to be staying on this page anyway, so yeah, let's concentrate on this now, and watch a little bit of Cyprus. Just going to get off a second. Bear with me 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. On the stream it's still riding, but I know. Oh, I missed the pedal. That's better. This feels better. Thank you, Teresa, for what you have done, what you're going to do, and all of that. And just being you. I like this one as well because it's a proper bike. If I could choose, sometimes you have to choose them by the miles, the quality and things like that. This is actually slightly longer than I was going to do. That's fine, it's not massive. And if we decide I want to stop, then I'll stop because it's not crucial. But I went and put the Cyprus one on that I was hoping to do, and they filmed it upside down, which looks pretty freaky. I might do that by myself at some stage and watch it, but then I could put the the tablet on non-rotational and turn it the other way up, couldn't I? So, but yeah, so that one that kind of went out the window, not literally, but so I picked this one instead. It was the one I was going to do first of all, and I thought, no, actually, this is one was about 17, one was about 19, something like that. This is not a lot of difference. Get back there sometime, Joe. bumpy road. He's on a mountain bike, you can tell by the way the bike's moving. Good question. The name on the map is foreign. I'll see if I can. I'm just going to get it up on. And I'll be able to tell you. Right, so basically it's the south coast. I'm trying to find the nearest kind of place to it. That I can pronounce. Right, so it's on the east side of the little knobby bit that sticks out the bottom, the Rotary Bay. Go along a little bit and you'll see a place called Larnaca, Larnaca. There's a green bit near there, and this is the town, and there's a green bit. That's the area that we're in. Tochny, Alaminos, and Larnaca. It is, Ed. Everything seems to be, well, no, I better not say that. Yes, everything's working at this moment. Do you want me to test it so it's not your fault? Hi, Ed, anyway. That way I can say I broke it. There we go. Hello, 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 hello. That suggests it's okay. So has that answered your question, Anita? You found it on Google. Yeah. Ah, right. Yeah. Well, we were the other side altogether. So we were Paphos, which is the other side, the very almost the same distance away from that knobbly bit, but the other way. But it wouldn't take a lot of. You could probably cycle almost one end to the other fairly quickly anyway, I would imagine. It's not a big island, although you can't cycle across the border, can you? Same distance from Amar, the other way to where we stayed, yeah. We walked along the coast a bit, Linda and I, on quite a long walk. I don't know how far we got in that direction. About halfway to the airport, probably. I don't know where that is. Where is the airport in relation? It's right on the... That's probably it, isn't it? The airport's probably... Yeah. Yeah, so you probably walked up to the start almost. Can't have done, can we? That's a bit weird. Yeah. Halfway towards it you would have walked. Maybe. Yeah. I remember that from there as well. There were a few dodgy roads, weren't there? In the towns were fine. But yeah, it's like the towns they kind of looked after. And you could see that at some stage there was money outside of the town. It's like we've just gone past there. There's lots of like little cafes and bars and things outside of the town, and nearly all of them are no longer in business. So we're due to go to Paphos in August for a wedding that's been postponed until next year. Okay, yeah, you might. The hotel obviously that Joe got married in was at that time becoming a sort of specialist wedding, which is why they had interest with her, because they were going to use their wedding, I think, as like a kick-off to their new kind of wedding package. Might be the same one. They do a nice job. They certainly look after you. I think Joe will vouch for that. Somebody threw a can out in front of him. He had to dodge. So, well, I've got a few of you on the stream. For tomorrow, obviously, I'm going to be doing another video one. The chances are very slim. But if you've got any ideas on where you'd like to see me riding, as I say, it's quite limited. There's loads in Italy, obviously, and it's finding them is very difficult. But if you want to chuck a few names out, you never know. I might get lucky on the search. If you're as vague as a country, you've got a chance, but even then, it's a slim chance. Oh. Chevrolet. I certainly wouldn't mind taking a bike out there. Did a fair bit of walking when we were out there. So I did, and then Linda joined in with a bit later on. And did a little bit of running. So my knees gave up. Yeah, I was going to say, you want to get off those cobbles quickly, mate. That must have been quite painful. Definitely got to have your wits about you with the bumps and potholes. What I'll probably do is I'll ride up till about when Linda gets back, and then I'll probably tomorrow, I use this as whatever I haven't done of this, I'll do tomorrow along with something else, kind of thing. But I'll say, if anybody's got any preferences, and there's a couple of cypriot ones on here, and mainly around the same kind of area, unfortunately, because I put I was try the iron apple, see, you know, put that in the search and see if it comes up with anything. But you've got to have exactly the name that's written on there, or it won't come up with anything. So I'll put lots of searches in for stuff that's come up with zilch. Got lucky on a few. I did spend about 2.5 hours just going through each one, seeing if I recognised anything. It's kind of how I found the Moroccan ones and things like that, just by recognising the countryside. And the same with the Cyprus ones, really. Oh, cool. With the headphones, yeah. Just tidies it up. Another thing I've got to do as well. We had another donation. Just double checking. Yeah. Change the donations. From Sharon Millie, M-I-L-E-A. Thank you, Sharon. I'm not sure if you'd like to let me know who you are, if I know you. That'd be cool. But whether I do or don't, I'm very grateful. Just as that bus nearly runs me over, probably should hold in my handlebar. But thank you very much. You have taken us over the 900 mark. We are getting very close. Yeah, there's one in Japan that runs along between kind of the islands, runs along a bit of like a lake and coastland. I can look at that one. It's a bit like this one. I think it's on a bike, so it's a little bit shaky. I was always a bit worried people might not like the shaky ones because, I don't know, just might not. But I like them because they're kind of more realistic. So yeah, I could do some of that. But yeah, I'll try and look up the Japan ones. We've kind of done Morocco already with this kind of Middle East, or that's kind of outside East, but you know, it's still Middle East. Yeah, it's one that, yeah, I shall look into that. Finish off this one and do some of that one, or even all of that one, depending on the length of it. I just like ones like that because it's kind of, well, like Cyprus, I suppose, in a way. Things that are a bit different, you know, in riding through the English countryside. I've done a few hundred miles worth of that, so you know, it's nice to have a little change. um, what kind of bike is that? Is that like a mountain bike cross? I've only got an Orbea. I haven't got a killer kimono. I've got a Moroccan outfit. I kind of have got Malaysian style. So that is kind of like the big wide sleeves dressing gown from when we were at Cyberjaya. I bought 2 dressing gowns because they had their own dressing gowns basically that when you go to the spa there, like a lot of hotels do, I suppose. They were quite cool. They were green. Linda and I both got one each. But no is the answer, I think. Gary! Alright, Gary, mate, get on the chat. Speak to Sean and Joe. Sean's hiding behind Joe, but he is there. How you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm probably not going to ride much longer anyway. As I say, when Linda gets back, I'll pick a mile to stop on, make a note of it, so I can finish off the rest tomorrow. So do a bit of this and then a bit of Japan. Sounds like the idea. Hi Gary, how are you? How are you getting on without bowls? Although I suppose you could be going back if you wanted to try the new social distancing version. Can't say I'm interested myself. I think you may have just missed Jo. She's just gone off to do some dinner. This is not our normal part of, just in case it's the first time you've seen it. Obviously, this is not John O'Groats to Land's End. We did our last little penultimate bit. So you have the one stage left to do, which is a big stage, but that's all going to be done on Sunday. And we just did a little bit, so that what is left, I will be doing 1 mile for every year I've been alive on Sunday to finish it off. So today, after that, we're now doing a little special video ride. This is in Cyprus, south coast of Cyprus. And then tomorrow, again, we're having a bit of fun. We're going to finish this one off, because I'm not going to finish this one off today. We had a very, very long ride. We didn't finish till gone, I don't know what it was, 10ish. Absolute nightmare one with all sorts going wrong with it. So we're just having a bit of fun tonight, because the main hard work is done. And tomorrow, same again. Gonna have a bit of fun in the afternoon afternoon, early evening. We're going to finish the Cyprus one, and we're going to do a little bit of Japan, and that will set us up just right for the final push to Land's End on Sunday. 1400 miles plus later, although it's not. 1400 miles is what we've done actually live streaming. It's actually going to be about 1600 miles, but I only count the ones that people see. So tonight I'm just riding until Linda gets back from Aldi, and then I'll stop and make the tea. How have you been keeping though? He's gone quiet now. Just in case you don't know Ed, you may have met Gary actually, Ed and Anita. Ed and Anita, by the way, Gary is that's Anita's, Linda's sister, and Ed is Anita's husband. And Gary is a bowler, so you may have seen him when you come up and seen Linda and things like that, so, and vice versa. I got a feeling that I'm cycling a lot faster than the person who filmed this. It looks like a little bit slightly fast motion, if you know what I mean. But he was having a very leisurely. You try. Are you working at the moment, Gary, or I can't remember what you do, whether you're working, furloughed, or any of the above? Right, so we've gone past 10, so anyway, that's good. So don't want a lot to be left with this one. Just want to kind of like finish off with this and then go on to the next one. Alright. 13 would be a good stopping point. You haven't stopped, alright. Unfortunately, I'm on the at-risk list, so I've been quarantined, which is why I'm doing this. We don't normally do it in the shed, but it's because the last few days we've had thunderstorms, and obviously there's a lot of electrical equipment. Although today I could have done it outside, but I ran out of time because I spent about 8 hours sorting out all the major problems we had last night. Everything kind of went wrong, but we're back to square one pretty much. Probably even better than square one because I changed the layout slightly and I like it. So I've gone from bowling superstar to YouTube superstar. I'm as much of a YouTube superstar as I am a bowling superstar. I think you can work that one out. Ugh. I should have put the mileage of the other ride up. Just to remind me. It's not a lot, but yeah, normally we've been doing sort of 30 miles ish, but it's beginning to take its toll, I think is the best way to put it. Might even get it finished before Linda gets back. Taking her time. Well, say taking her time. That sounds like I'm annoyed, but I'm not. I mean that I guess it's a lottery, isn't it? I don't know a lot about it because obviously I haven't really been out for 2 months, but so I'm told you can never tell how long you're going to have to queue to get in the shops. I did go in a shop actually, first time in 2 months. I went in the chemist. Very weird. I shouldn't have done really, but it's the way it works out. I'm not supposed to, am I? But we did social distance. Bumpy roads again. I don't think he knew which way to go at that point. He go the wrong way. He did, didn't he? He took the wrong turning. Ed's been blanked. Gary said hello. Oh, sorry, Ed said hello to you, Gary. It's weird, we're dropping all of those frames on the internet at the beginning. There's thousands and thousands of them in the first few minutes, so many had to stop the stream. And then when I started it up again, dropped another whole load, 566 over the space of about the first, I don't know, 8 minutes of it, and we haven't dropped a single one since then. Still, so obviously the percentage has gone down a lot now. It's 0.3% of the frames have been dropped, which is not so bad now. At the time it was like about 10% of the frames. This is probably quite a good run out, because this will be, if I do a few more miles, this will be the length of one of the 4 stages. Kind of, it's good in giving you a foresight into kind of the energy that you need for each stage, kind of thing. So that you know, more so the energy that you need left for the last stage. It's kind of, so when you work back from that, don't you, pace yourself. So I kind of know what a 20 feels like, I know what a 30 feels like, I know what a nearly 40 feels like. Actually, I think I know what a 40 feels like, don't I? Just. Yeah, it's a lot harder than riding a road bike. I know that. I wouldn't be worried about 50 on a road bike. That's just a standard ride. But on the trainer, it's nothing like standard. Yeah. That's a bird. Yeah. Kind of low flying across the road. Oh. Thank you for liking the stream, Anita. Ooh, the corner. back on the bumpy road. Right. Got past the 13, that's where I wanted to be. I don't know how many I'll get done before Linda gets back now. She might not get back till 9, I suppose. That's fine. I'll just keep going until she opens the gate and I'll finish on whatever that next mile is. That way I can start getting the tea on then, can't I? Bit of road work's gone through. Same side of the road and same electrical system, isn't it? Oh, it's been so much nicer today than yesterday. Oh, that's horrible. I've edited it, yesterday's ride already. It was uploading as I was doing this basically. So I edited it and then it exported it, which is decoding it. And then once it's exported and decoded, it goes back up to YouTube, which is kind of, it was doing that while I was setting all this up. And it broke the record by double the amount of streams I had to put together. The most that we've had before is 5, where it's broken 5 times. So we've had 5 separate pieces of stream to put together as one. This was 10, and that doesn't include the first one that got deleted because there was nothing on it basically. But I've left pretty much, I've only taken the blank bits out. I kind of used it as an example, so although it's edited and joined together, I've used it as an example of what sometimes happens and what you have to go through to get to one end to the other kind of thing. So it's got all the head scratching and what am I going to do kind of stuff on there. Which I think is good. We need, there's a couple of them that are like that. If I'm actually there and doing something, I don't delete those bits. I only delete bits when there's like no sound or no picture, because nobody wants to watch that. Oh, as you said, we were doing so well. Oh, I wonder if it's a bit like that other one then. Whether it's got to the stage where, because we had that one before which wouldn't go past that point, so maybe that's the maximum we're going to get on this. That's 13.8. I'm going to knock it on to 15 and see whether it will carry on, but if it's going to be like the other one, then it will just keep turning itself back off. But we'll see. Let's have a look, see what we can do. If not, as good a place as any to finish, I suppose. So. Doesn't look like it, does it? things have come up, but it's not moving. Try 16. No, yeah, so it's like the other one. I think the end of it's obviously got corrupted. So I think let me get you guys back up. I think that's as good a time as any to say we'll give it a rest for today. Yeah, especially chemo injection and all that kind of rubbish. Don't want to push himself too hard. It means you'll have to go back to this one because we've obviously done as much as you can on this. The other one that we had was a bit like this, where it got to a point, and I'm guessing that maybe the video itself's got corrupted, or the programming that makes it go along. So now if I go on to another one, it will start. I'm just going to prove myself on that one, just to make sure. Let's try that one. Yeah, so there you go. So that one works, you see. So it's not the sensors or anything. It's just something's happened to the last bit of that. That one there, that's the one that's I was hoping to do, but it's upside down for some weird and wonderful reason. Last try at 18. I don't think it'll work. No, it won't. No. So all of that bit from that bit on, because that was 18 and it's only 19 miles long. So there's no point. No point carrying on with it, basically, is there? Okay. So I'm going to put the other one on to finish, basically, just to show you. Somebody made a mistake, didn't they, with mounting their camera? So, as we ride upside down, I will take this opportunity to say thanks to everybody. Thanks to Joe for doing the raffle. That raised a bit of extra money. Thanks to Teresa for sorting out that painting. That's going to be exciting to look at that. You wouldn't have seen it, Ed. I'll show you it on tomorrow's ride. Teresa's done a small example of the big painting she's going to do, which is quite cool. This is the same. Is this the same ride as the other one, but upside down? The other one is longer. So no, it's not. I think it's just because you always see those pots when you come out of any hotel exit. Yeah. I hope you all have a nice evening. We're finishing a lot earlier than we normally do. Well, yeah, quite often a lot earlier. And just leaves me to say, love in abundance, stay safe, and peace out.